Mama View Sabaji and Kojo Yankson, you're already seated. And,
we are.
What do we have?
Well, quite a lot.
Wait. Before we start that, I've got a very special wedding anniversary.
Me too.
It's the 20th wedding anniversary of Albert S. Cromwell. He is at the University of Education, Winneba, Finance Section, and his wife is Mrs. Evelyn Cromwell, also Winneba, who teaches at Swedro School of Business. So the two of them celebrating their 20th wedding anniversary today. Happy anniversary to you. It's an inspiration. 20 years in marriage. Congratulations.
20 years?
You know.
Yeah. You're on your way. 9 more years you'll be there.
Yeah.
And a good morning to our one and only fisherman.
Anio Sabute of
Richard,
the National.
I was going to say Richard Kojo Nyaku, but you added Anio Sabute, so that's appropriate as well.
And before you bring yours in, it's also the birthday of Paul Adum Ochiri.
Oh, is it?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's wish Paul a very happy birthday.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll give you one Zangelewa later on the show.
Well, it's also the birthday of the
Not Salifu Combat?
The MD, no, the CEO and MD of not Salifu Combat of CDC Consult and NS Senyo Jandu. Good morning to you. And look, your cake is on me and your lunch as well. So.
NS, fine food to eat. I beg you.
If it's your birthday today, we may not know it, but happy birthday to you. If it's your birthday today, enjoy the day.
Yeah, tell you to forget about the lunch. Don't mind them.
Time for us to do the newspapers.
Sure.
I'll do the Daily Graphic and the Finder. Kojo will do the Times. I see the Herald, the Informer, the Dispatch. There's the Daily Statesman, the Observer.
Exactly.
And I think the Daily Guide.
A good inventory of the newspapers you have in mind. You didn't say the Daily Guide.
I did.
She did.
That was the last one I said.
I wasn't listening.
Okay, so I should start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, here we go with the Daily Graphic newspaper. Front page of the Graphic. Parliament passes RTI bill. This was around 8:30 p.m. yesterday. So if you're just waking up to the news, this is the bill that we've been talking about for like forever, because it's been 2 decades. Finally got passed yesterday. Waiting for the president to assent for it to become law, but it doesn't automatically work like that, you'd see. Also on the front page, Parliament approves ministerial nominees. There's a picture of Mrs. Barbara Ortin, Jesse Minister Designate for Tourism, Arts and Culture. Mr. Kofi Amwakohene, Minister Designate for the Bono East Region. Mr. Kwabena Ochiri Daku, my very good friend, Minister Designate for the Western Region. Very soon I'll have a key to the region. I am hoping. Mr. Kwesi Owusu Yabua, Minister Designate for the OT region. You know.
This is where she said she will go and research what ministers do.
Okay, but check this out. Shortfall in police-citizen ratio. That's the banner headline. Still on the front page of the Daily Graphic. ICT to the rescue. Cameras deployed across the country. It's like a jingle, right? Details of that in the paper. We will touch on it when we get to the details. But let's look at what's on the back page of the Daily Graphic. There's some sports. Stars, Cards, Mauritania to size. Okay, it was 3-1 yesterday. It was an international friendly. Is this one of the matches that the coach said we should all be looking at, so that we can also rate the players that he's called to see if he did a good job. Meteors to face Algeria in final qualifier. Another headline on the back page of the paper. And in the center spread, achieving SDG 6 through sanitation challenge, the case of Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly. It's a special focus in the center spread of the Daily Graphic newspaper. All right, guys.
Okay. Perhaps we'll start with the Ghanaian Times. I've got that right here. And it's got a wonderful picture of the president in a rather nice suit. A grey suit with a checkered pattern and a lilac tie on a white shirt. Presido Gefo style.
You have particular interest in that?
I like the suit. It's very nice. Okay. What do you think? You don't like it?
It's nice. I like it too.
Yeah. All right. So banner headline on the front page of the Ghanaian Times.
Just to add, it's not every person that can rock it and it will look this good.
Which is true. Yes. You have to have style. You can pay for school, but you can't buy class.
Hey,
So,
you can pay for school, but you can't buy. It's true.
Very true. All right, so
and
now that free SHS, Grandpa B, it will be even more difficult.
I beg, it's okay.
All right, let's move on. And the aftermath of IMF program will maintain fiscal discipline. That's the banner headline on the front page of the Ghanaian Times this morning. And this is a promise from the president. Also on the front page, Titus Glover, ban Okada riding from 9 p.m. till 6 a.m. to reduce crime. Veep urges ECOWAS countries to support CSOs, and that was at an event that I attended yesterday, the 1ep anniversary commemoration in a conference at Tang Palace Hotel. And the Vice President was there representing the President, who's out of town. And yes, that is what he said about CSOs. Right. On the back page of the Ghanaian Times, if we can flip there quickly, Meteors and Panthers draw in Gabon. Stars trounce Mauritania. There was a trouncing, yes, 3-1. Very great. Very good. Government cautioned against using CSIR land for housing project. And who is cautioning them? Is it the CSIR themselves? So I wonder whether they will listen. But their land is being encroached upon, and this is land that they require for all kinds of agricultural research, the type of which gives us all the viable crops that we hope to export for valuable foreign exchange. So government is being advised not to encroach on that land for a housing project. Right, that's the Ghanaian Times. I'll do the Daily Dispatch real quick. 7, are we ready with the dispatch? Yep, I have it here. Daily Dispatch this morning. Banner headline, 7 killed and 1,954 injured daily in 2018 through road accidents in Ghana. 7 people die a day. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? This was last year. And 1,954 injured every day. Just a shocking, shocking statistic. And that's the reality of our nation. 7 families lose a loved one through road accidents every day. We should do a bit of comparison to other countries as well and see how we compare. I mean, not that that should in any way slow down our efforts to make our roads safer, but you know, it's important to understand why we're doing so badly, and perhaps we can learn from other countries. Front page of the Dispatch, let's have another look. Focus on Ghana's second republic. There's a story on page 3 about that. And of course, there are more details on last Friday's horrific accident, also in accidents, actually, in today's Daily Dispatch. I'll do the Herald real quick before Roland comes in. And banner headline on the Herald newspaper this morning. Let's have a quick glance at the banner headline in the usual yellow on an orange background. And it says, Akufo-Addo buys political opponent with $2 million US supply contract and leaves NPP financiers hungry and bitter. Yeah, interesting story there. Go check it out. NPP government communication weak and insult-driven. That's Atiq Mohammed speaking. Uforiata's expensive Kenke and Wache party renamed. And if you want to know its new name, the Herald newspaper is the one for you. Bono region minister designate hanged over doctorate certificate. And we can talk about this one actually a bit later on the review. That's it, done.
All right, so we have the publisher. It has on the front page, Bono minister designated trouble over PhD certificate. No way for vigilantism, and take the soldier's way, Brekusu chief. It's been a while I've seen this man. So those are the stories we have. Let's go to the Informer. The Informer has on the front page of the paper, wonders at UEW. Dead lecturer resurrect to apply for promotion. Council of State Council of State member hot over customers' deposits. And the Informer is telling you to stay tuned. Looks like they have something up your sleeves. MP condemns Parliament for being indifferent So Kintampo, Techimine Road, Canning. They've since, held their minutes of silence, etc. MPP communicators clueless, unrefined. PNC's Atik Mohammed. Going on to the Daily Guide, a front page lead story is AG declines NDK 1.2 billion Ghana cedis. Up there, that's the Daily Guide. Up there we have Takrade kidnapper shaves baby's hair.
No, they didn't shave it. They just cut it. Not all of it.
Kojo says you should read. Takrade kidnapper cuts baby's hair. Daily Guide. So we have soldiers fingered in illegal demolition. Parliament drops minister, approves 18. That story is on page 6 of the paper. But also on page 5 is Ghana, Malta signed 5 MOUs. We also know that the president is on a 2-day visit to I think it's ended today. Back page of the Daily Guide newspaper, Kotoko dismissed player sack reports, or Kotoko dismissed player sack reports. Football returns this weekend. Domestic football returns this weekend after close to a year of inactivity. Okay, that's a good one. Celebrity club president hails golf. And we have Pencil apparently confirming a takeover of All Stars. Breku, that would be okay. Wow, All Stars used to belong to Kwesi Nyantechi, or belongs to him. Used to. We have 2 more newspapers. The Daily Statesman newspaper has firm focus on fiscal discipline. Akufo-Addo outlines post-IMF economic strategy. Church of Pentecost chairman slams greedy bastards. Apostle Nyamiche describes some politicals' hunger as shameful. And up there, when royalty gets into the gutter, the law must drag them out of it. Royalty. Talking about royalty. It's the name of
Is
the
that
baby.
Michaela's son?
And on the back page of the Daily Statesman newspaper, Joshua Tyson and Deontay Wilder fight a disaster for heavyweight scene. Kitova.
Are you through?
There's a name I can't mention, so I'm leaving it.
Let's see. Spell.
KVTU, I think tennis player, should be tennis. You follow tennis?
Is it
I
Petra?
think
Petra.
Oh, Petra. No, wait.
Is the K not silent?
Kvitova, something
Oh, really?
like that.
Kvitova.
Yeah.
I
So the
think
K is
yeah.
not silent. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's lost.
A lot of DSTV watching is good.
Are you
Over.
talking about Miami Open here?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I think she has an injury too.
Yeah, but she
had
lost.
a surgery.
She lost maybe hours ago now.
Yeah.
It was,
Charlie,
maybe 2 hours ago. But
when you get them, you go
I
to
think
mention.
what is crucial is the fact that the person who cut her, who attacked her, he's been convicted today. So just as she was playing, the person had been convicted for 8 years.
Charlie?
For that attack.
Vim.
Yeah. Initially, they had said she couldn't play tennis because it was, the hand that she uses.
Okay, so I'm reading it now. Kvitova, man who stabbed tennis star, jailed for 8 years. Now I can read it. I know the name. Petra.
So can I do the finder?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's do the finder. That's the last paper we will do. Front page of the finder. Reinstates 23 University of Education staff. Utah calls for investigations and resignation of Professor Afo Bruning. That's on the front page of the paper. GRA awards the Finder editor as best media personality on tax issues. Congratulations to Mr. Elvis Darkon. This is the kind of journalism, I guess, that we want to see, whether you're doing print, electronic, whatever. So congratulations to you. Ban riding of motorbikes after 10 p.m. to reduce crime. That's according to Titus Glover. It was in our news. Immigration border posts in deplorable states. That's what you find on the front page of the Finder newspaper this day. All right, I guess it's time to dig in. Oh.
Yeah, why not? By the way, did you guys see the latest Power Distribution Services planned maintenance
No, I haven't
announcement.
seen
Yes, yes. You know, there was a planned maintenance announcement for some areas. There's another one out for some new areas now.
Okay.
So we are moving from area to area with planned maintenance, and each one comes with a power outage.
So what are the areas mentioned here?
Communities 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20.
Okay, that's Tema.
Sakumono, Buena Vista Homes, Regional Maritime University, Klagon, Dutch Hotel, Nungwa, Abattoir, and surrounding areas.
Again?
Yes.
I didn't hear.
Communities 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Sakumono, Buena Vista Homes, Regional Maritime University, Klagon, Dutch Hotel, Nungwa, Abattoir, and surrounding areas. And your lights will be off tomorrow, Thursday, 28th of
So this
March.
is from what time to what time?
9:30 a.m. until 3 p.m.
Okay.
Yes. Planned maintenance.
Most people would be
about
out, by the way.
Planned it a long time
Talking
ago.
about that, around 10 yesterday, my current was low, so the fan wasn't working. I was just going around watching me. The fridge wasn't working. The iron actually wasn't working this morning. I had to improvise.
That's not supposed to be right. So there's low currents being experienced. Yeah, you should report it.
I suspect those political saboteurs' actions may have caused the difficulties we're having with our light around Ajekwejo these days. You know, we are directly on the grid.
You should call Peter Mel. He has a solution. Let's look at a bit of details in the Daily Graphic newspaper. This story about the police deploying some ICT technology. Okay. So it says the Ghana Police Service has deployed robust information and communications technology to enable it to monitor key areas across the country to make up for the shortfall in the police-citizen ratio. So the United Nations police-citizen ratio is 1 policeman or woman to 500 people, but Ghana has a ratio of 1 to 900, 1 to 900, in what he described as managing crime with technology. The Inspector General of Police, David Asantia-Pitu, said, with the digitization of police information systems and the deployment of 1,000 cameras throughout the country, Ghanaians should know that they are being watched every step of the way where the cameras had been mounted. Okay.
And there's a YouTube link I put on our platform, which is giving us an aggregation of these recordings of these cameras.
Okay.
The recordings of cameras of accidents that wherever they are located. Yeah.
Okay. So they say with the digitization, some of the cameras have been installed at traffic intersections, border posts, and key national installations across the country. So that's the information coming from the police this morning. Is 1 police officer to 900 when it's supposed to be 1 police officer to 500.
Well, it's not supposed to be. That's what the American ratio is.
Okay, but this is the United Nations police citizen ratio.
Oh, United Nations. Okay. So, and by the way, let's be clear. Once we deploy the technology, it won't immediately make us equal to 1 policeman to 500. We're still at 900, but the technology is going to help that 900 do a better job. That's the theory. And it's 1,000 cameras across the country. I have a feeling it's 1,000 cameras in selected cities, not exactly across the country. Maybe there might be a few on the highways as well, but in the end, they will be in selected cities, not everywhere. So the police will have to make decisions about where they think these cameras will be of the most use. They can be very, very, very useful, not just in the detection of crime once it's happened, but in the prevention of it. Some areas will just become safer because there are cameras there, but they'll have to be secured in a way that keeps them safe. You know, Ghanaians, there are Ghanaians who are capable of stealing anything. So we have to make sure they're secure, they are tamper-proof, their vision cannot be impaired in any way. so that they can be effective. But yes, it's a good call, a good move. I hope it works.
I think this is good. I know that around 4 to 5 years ago, I visited the police monitoring control room, and they had installed a number of cameras. And indeed, if you look at some areas in front of GBC, Tetekwashi, some of those national security cameras also had their signals being beamed into this very room. It's only that now they've scaled it up to make sure that they deploy it to many other routes. If this is also scaled up, it's very good. This follows the intention by the Ghana Police Service and indeed government to ensure that even the police, if where they can afford and be able to deploy, have body cams. And we know what body cams have done in ensuring that people's rights are well protected in the United States, especially where you have the body cam, etc. And it will help in finding causes of incidents and trying to prevent police abuse in many cases as we have it. The thing is, we need to make sure that we are in a position to do the deployment and the provision of equipment for the police on a holistic basis. So it doesn't become like it's only those in Accra and Kumasi who will get them, and then when we have to scale it up to the rest of the country, it becomes a difficulty. When you travel and you see some plight of the police, sometimes you cry for them.
I think just a little thing to add to what you both have said. Even though they are piloting this, I think that Ghanaians will want to see how the police will use this whole digitization to also prosecute offenders. Because when we see people have been punished for acts wrongly done, then it would encourage all of us. We will know that you're spending a lot of money and making all these changes, and it's paying off.
So that call would perhaps also include the Attorney General's office, because they would have to play a role in prosecutions. Oh, by the way, there's an interesting cartoon in the Ghanaian Times. Akosia's cartoon. It's got a picture of some Okada riders.
You mean the Daily Guide?
Daily Guide, sorry, what did I say?
Ghanaian Times.
Ah, right, my mistake. Daily Guide, yes, and there's some police helicopters, which the police have been promised. They're going to get 2 helicopters. So you can see 2 helicopters chasing some Okada riders. And the police helicopters are playing some loud music, Bob Marley's song, and the lyrics are, "You're running, you must have done something wrong." And yeah, amusing little strip there. But can we talk about the designated minister for the Bono region, who has not yet been confirmed by Parliament, even though all of her other colleagues who went up before the Privileges Committee have been confirmed. Yes, this is the lady, Mrs. Evelyn Ama Kumi Richardson. Who
so the story's in the Publisher.
That's right. Now, she's apparently she's or she was a registrar at the university in Sunyani, and she's also a party financier. That's a very wealthy registrar there. She's been financing the party, and she has now been, well, the president wants her to be the minister for the region after she served some time as an MCE. And it turns out that, well, they've held back her confirmation over some questions of a PhD certificate. So they discovered that she has been holding herself as Dr. something. But she told the committee in Parliament that she wasn't aware. Her attention has now been drawn to the need to obtain clearance from the National Accreditation Board before she can use the title doctor. So they are waiting for her to bring this documentation before they go ahead and approve her.
I think also we have to state that in her CV, she didn't add the PhD aspect. I guess maybe concerns had been raised prior to her appearing, so she didn't mention that, and that drew the curiosity of the Member of Parliament for, is it not Tom?
Yes,
who raised the issue.
I think
I keep wondering, it looks like the National Accreditation Board would have to oversee the lecturers and the various academic staff of the tertiary institutions. And they have to approve them, even because they approve the certificates and all that. So I'm wondering if she had been a registrar before, prior to her appointment as the MCE.
How could she not know this?
How could they not know this? Or how could she not know this?
Yes, how could she not know that she needed
some approval?
That's right.
Yeah, so it also brings into question maybe the approval processes, how they went. But no matter what, if she's holding herself as a PhD holder, and she's not, then perhaps maybe that will be a question of morality and whether it's right or not. But I think that she has a master, she qualifies. Yeah.
Qualifies what?
To be where she's been designated to.
No, you don't need a master's to be a minister.
No, I mean,
you just need the president to want you to be a minister and parliament to approve you.
Yeah, but there are some basic benchmarks. So of course, it doesn't extend to you having a master's. I do understand that.
Yeah. All right. So that's. But this is the first time that I've seen this. Has it happened before? You know, the approvals committee in Parliament not automatically approving somebody and you know, making it conditional on their being able to
provide certificate.
No, this won't be the...
No,
as in certificate specific?
Yes, yeah, I can't remember. But I've known that we have individuals who have had their appointment held back and even sometimes declined over the period. But for certification, I don't. It looks like...
You know, when they are doing these hearings and I'm watching on TV, I don't know if I'm the only one, but when it gets to the bit where they're asking questions about the CV, I get very impatient. I'm thinking, hurry up! I don't want to know what.
And go to the experience. Things.
You know. But well,
I also like the education bit because sometimes that's the opportunity to know what they've done in terms of school.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind when they ask them questions about it. You know, tell us a bit more about this or that. But when they are asking questions like, "You did not add this," or "You didn't put this there," or "You didn't say," you said 3 years here, but here you said 2. Those are the ones that kind of dull me out because I can't see the document myself. I don't know what they're talking about. I kind of zone out. But clearly, it's important work because there could be a number of discrepancies that might slip by if they don't do that thorough.
I think also overall, because you are being appointed into public office, it will speak variantly about your character. Because if you're upholding yourself as, and you have not decided to go do a fact check whether you should be holding, then you'll speak about your sincerity. I think those virtues.
I mean, for this lady, I think the big shocker is the fact that she's actually been a registrar at a university.
Yeah.
You know, that is you know, perhaps the highest administrative role in a university. So when other people are seeking to come and work at that university, people like registrars, depending on which area you are responsible for, you are likely to be the ones who have to check details like this about the people who are coming to your university or the people who are qualifying from your university, making sure that their correct designations are put in place and so forth. You know, depending on what kind of registrar you are, which area you are responsible for, that is likely to be the specific knowledge you must have.
So you're an accreditor, and at the end of the day,
indeed.
Well, I get the nuances.
It is interesting.
But just briefly, in the Finder newspaper, page 5, it says a study conducted in 8 countries has shown that 3 out of every 10 children missed school last year as a result of oral pain. The study commissioned by Pepsodent, a leading brand in oral care, conducted on more than 4,000 children and parents, revealed that children missed 243 million days at school last year because of oral pain worldwide, which called for instant action on mouth health. Yeah.
Okay, we have to do sports. There's a story, quickly, just 2 minutes, on the front page of the Statesman, I believe the guy too or something. It was about fiscal firm focus on fiscal discipline. And we're in 2019, we're going to 2020, and we have the fiscal discipline. Which council do we have now? Fiscal responsibility
council.
Is it fiscal responsibility council? Okay. Something of the sort.
We have a fiscal responsibility law and a fiscal council.
Okay. So the assurances have been given by the president, and that his government, based on what pattern of expenditure that we should expect for the financial year and the next one, they are going to spend in such a way that we don't tend to overshoot whatever it is, increasing the deficits and all. And the thing is, we know there's the temptation to do that because you have to focus on promises, and you have to fulfill them because the communities and the people you made those promises to would want them. We'll take the president on this. He needs to make sure that he's just within bounds.
In fact, sports is up
next.
next.
Still to come, we've got an interview with the Interior Minister, and then, okay, what?
I was just going to say, on that, very important. I've always said that we should give the government a minute after IMF before we actually decide whether they are good managers of our economy or not. We all panicked when the cedi started appreciating. We should.
I think so far the government has shown
but
that
I
they're
think
good managers
we
of the
should
economy.
give them a minute. No, I think that now is when we can judge them. The
Okay,
IMF
you
is
guys,
gone.
you have to
Let's
give me
see how
a
they
second.
do.
Give me a second here. Still to come, we'll bring you a conversation with the Interior Minister. You don't want to miss that. And then we have AM Business because it's a Wednesday. But first, we have to cross that line with some sports.